Okay, we're back. It's me again, okay, Richard. And in this video, we're going to be doing it. In this video, I'm going to answer some more random questions here on philosophy and life, okay, on the screen. Answering questions, okay. So let's look at the next question. The next question on my screen here randomly is what does it mean to have a good life? Well, it means different things to different people. A good life could mean a happy life, but where does happiness come from? But then again, you may say, well, people get happy for different reasons, the same way as they can be healthy for different reasons. And I've always talked about those two. I've always spoken about happiness and health and how they're the most important thing. But health is the life. It's your life bar, your energy bar. The less health you have in life, the more death you have in you. So the more health, obviously, the better. So you're alive. Maybe you work to survive, to keep yourself alive, yeah, but where's the meaning in life? So I believe happiness is the most important thing, as I've always said, because if you're not happy, then what the fuck are we doing here, right? Keeping ourselves alive here for what? So health and happiness, health is life, and then what do you need in life? Just happiness. If you're not happy, then what's the fucking point in being here? Excuse my language. Yeah, but so the question though, is what does it mean to have a good life? So happiness, right? Now, okay, so different people get happy for different reasons, the same way as they can keep healthy for different reasons. So we can't interpret, we can't dictate and say, well, what happiness is for an individual, or why they should be happy, or what that happiness is for them. But what I will say is this: reality. So you may say, well, no, some people are distracted and they're living a life full of illusions, and they don't mind lying to themselves, living a fake life. They are still happy, and that's not for me to dictate. Even if they live a short life and just take drugs for the rest of their life and just die young, they were happy before. Yeah, but we're talking about health there, and sense and health, and it's just, it's not a healthy mind if it's illogical and unsensical. If someone's not happy, they'll know it. If someone's lying to themselves, if someone's going through pressure, the true good life, I feel, is when you are good, in terms of good as in real positive life, not just like a good life, I've got everything. I mean, a real productively positive life. Healthy life is when you're not giving yourself, when you're not under control or such, when you're totally free and you're not doing anything negative to you or the world around you, which is also harming you in return. When you're living in accordance with nature and reality, and you don't just follow the ways of today's modern world, the way people speak and all that. And now, obviously, when I speak like this, obviously the first thing people would do is shut it down. The first thing people would do is say, well, that's a load of bullshit. That's not the way the world works. Blah, 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 blah. And you've got to do this and you've got to do that. Of course, and they've got their points only because we're living in an insane, for the most part, world where people are weak and they do not live a good life. They don't follow, not because I determined to say that, I'm just saying because they don't follow the truth. They impose their will on others, they're greedy, they impose their will on others, they impose what they believe on others, and you've got to follow this, you've got to follow that. There's some people are rich, some people are poor, it's unjust. There's just wickedness and craziness left and right. You've got rich people attacking the rich people, poor people attacking the poor people, rich people not even happy. You've got money, all kinds of things, all kind of mind games, all kind of crazy stuff. The messages they're putting out into the world, they're trying to control people to do this, to do that, trying to take your brain, your mind, to make people like dumbed down machines. Anything unhealthy and unnatural, though, is not a good life. Is it a good life if you get punched in the stomach once every day? Is that any good for you? Is it a good life if you're living in fear and worry? No. A good life is when you're in total freedom and peace and there's nothing, you may have a kind of sickness or disease. Health, okay, is your life bar, your energy bar, like a game, right? Health. So if you have a slight cold, that's not good health, is it? It's still bad. It may not be malaria, but it's a bad thing. So a good life is to be as healthy sanely healthy too, mind and body, and safe as possible? And that's a very easy, stupid answer, you may say, but simple, but it's to the point, that's it. A good life is being sane in yourself, clear, knowing what reality is, and okay, being able to not follow the insanity and fakeness of this modern world societies, but still be able to survive and benefit from wherever we can, even if we're forced to live in that. It's like, in a way, you would say it's like survival, you would say like it's endurance, but I don't want to say it that way. It's like finding freedom. Yeah, you have to have effort in a lot of times with that, like to survive, but it's like finding freedom with as little effort as possible by just following the laws of nature and becoming more with nature in tune, and things will just fall into place and you become free from the chains that you've almost put yourself in, almost to just follow insanity, you know. That's what a good life is, living as a human being, not living as something else, we're just making up some fucking robot, you know. Okay, the other one, another second question, why do we dream? I don't know why we dream. That's a scientific question. The next question here is, why do we dream? On the list, we dream obviously because the mind's chemical reactions to mind. I don't see it as a spiritual thing, although it could be. You have things like deja vu, you have things like where you dream like you've been to, about a place you've never been to, or things you've never done, and then you end up doing them later on. It's basically a mixture of thoughts, isn't it, and visions that we've had from other past experiences and things like that, and to do with our hopes and that. It's basically the mind on autopilot, isn't it? It's the mind just going erratic, the mind just in free thought. I don't know how to put it. Without a drive, it's a free fall. It's like just crazy. It's basically like a few TVs on in the room, sort of, and all playing the same thing. You can't really make too much sense out. That's all it is, really. It's when you're awake, things are clearer and more organised. I'll say it that way. When you're in a dream, nothing's organised. So there's nothing much to say. If you want, some people believe there's meaning. You can look it up online. There's books on this. There's books. There's websites about the meaning of dreams. You can look into this stuff. You know. Some people believe that. Some people used to believe, or probably still do, that when you dream, you go to another realm. Your spirit leaves your body and you go to another place, or you live another life and your spirit goes there, and things like that. And then, or they're memories of a past life or another world where you live a different life, or you're a different entity. So I don't know about that. There could be, but it's the same as a lot of things, like the meaning of life and things like this. The purpose of life. I don't know, do I? So why do we dream? The true reason, I don't know. But you can say, why do we breathe? You know, we can think about these things all day, but when you are thinking like now, we're not in a dream state. We're like totally in control of our mind. And that's why I advise people to never take toxic, poisonous fucking shit substances. Don't smoke, don't take drugs, and don't drink alcohol. I don't do any of that, even a little bit. So, you know, you don't need to chill out or just, you know, let your mind be all over the place. It's better to be alert, awake in the mind and body, and be aware, be in control of our thoughts, right? And know what we're thinking. Organize. So we're trying to work out the meaning of some kind of state that we're in where we have less control of ourselves, even if we have some, but less control in a dream state. And it's all mixed up mumbo jumbo stuff. And we're trying to work out why we do this stuff. We can't even study the content of that to even know, because it's like, well, so what is that? It's like, would you read? It's like reading a book with with no words in it, just paint splattered everywhere. And what? It's not even pictures. Meaning is meaning, at least to us. But there's things that it can be, you know, investigated and looked at. But the thing is, I feel, you know, thoughts in the living life. We should look at that. If we can organize our life and understand ourselves more in what we're doing in life, maybe our dreams will make more sense. Sometimes to study one, to understand the meaning of one, you've got to understand the other, or the origin, and then see what matters more. I think it matters more that we're awake, and not to say force your thoughts in certain ways or try to be so purposely forced, but like naturally thinking calm, not thinking you're not dreaming, Bruce Lee used to say. Not that I'm a massive fan of Bruce Lee, I'm just saying, you know. Not thinking, yet not dreaming them. Thinking but in a naturally relaxed state, making the choices we want. Because if you're not thinking naturally, and you literally, well, I have to live this way, I have to think this way, I have to speak this way, or I won't be accepted, then you're either going to live a life of meaningless fucking bullshit, no existence. It's like non-existence. Just getting by, or you're gonna choose and be sensible and say, I know what I'm thinking, and whatever you do, if it's true to you, it's going to be more meaningful, in the physical. Dreams are dreams, reality is reality. I'm going to stop this video here. Thanks for watching this short one. I'm going to make more of these, as I say, and make them shorter as we go along, and just answer the best I can. If you have any of your own answers on some of these questions, or your own thoughts, just let me know. Type comments. It's quite interesting to know.